right. Kornayaga bar, present yourself.
Select.
You're going to stand at Imajim first. Then you're going to go Imajim Shabbat. Then Imajim. And then you salute.
Kunayak Shalom Yabashim Yashakata. Kunayaga bar. Ben
Yahawada.
Ban Yahawada. Ban Yasharala.
Then we'll put our hands over our chest. Kornayaga bar. Ban Yahawada. Ban Yashala. Then you'll salute.
Shalom Yabashim Yashakata.
Yabashim Yashakata. Now you'll come on up. Right here in the middle. All right. You can switch your hand. All right. Now, you're going to take the scroll. Elisha, you blow the horn again.
We didn't do it again.
Khan, he about to get something after you. You got to blow it again. Of course, we normally don't do it because it's normally not a third person here. But that's how it works.
Kind of the concept.
After the third person comes up here. Sar. Now you'll take your left hand, put it over your chest, and you'll extend your right hand out, and you'll say La Yashala.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. Sar. Now let me show you blow the horn again. So like I'm about to move this back just a little bit. Get this all in there better. How that look, Elisha?
It's too. You're gonna have to move it to your right, opposite way. So like,
There you go.
Better? All right. Yeah, it's a lot better. All right, now Kornayaga bar, you're gonna unravel the scroll or unscroll the scroll. So uncover it. So you take this off. And be careful because it's sealing. But you're gonna have it, you're gonna hold it over your right shoulder. All right? All right.
Select this.
Be careful with it. There you go. All right. Here, Elisha.
the what?
There you go. All right. Imajim, which means to stand. Everybody stand. Wapanya Akwadam, which means to rise and face the east. There you go. All right.
Select this.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Shabbat
Shemaya.
Quadash.
Hayah.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Malakbaka. Taba'ah.
Ratazak. Hayah. Aisha. Ratazah.
Kawah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Nakam.
Kal.
Yawam.
Wasalak now.
Kabawak now.
Kasalak now. Kabawak now. Wala'ah.
Abaya now.
Banasaya one. Abal. I was shy now. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wa'ala. Watapara. Aman. In English. Our Father. Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
The God, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua. Babakashah. Nathanawa. Hakah. Larpa'ah. Ra'makalah. Wakal Marawa. Hakah. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Hakah. Lahakma. Hakah. Arakawa. Atama'ala. Nagarashan. Ba'ashem Yahushua. So what Aman in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Wayashala.
Wayashala.
Waha. Bayath Sapari.
Bayath Sapari.
Barak.
Rapah.
Magun.
Hagun.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Gawada Aman.
Gawada Aman. What we just said in English was Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ahahari.
Ma'ayan. Yaba'a. Isaiah. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemaya. Waratazah. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shemarka. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shemarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamnika, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ah, Yakag, Wayarak, Layala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rad, Yashamar, Afna Pasha, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazafka, Wabawaka, Ma'itha, Wa'ai, Aman. In English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Dakarash.
Al Dakarash.
Al Dashakwat.
Al Dashakwat.
Al.
Kayahana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Wamashanayaka.
Wamashanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amaka.
Al-Amaka.
Yarayamwa.
Sawad.
Wayatayai Tazawa.
Wayatayai Tazawa.
Al Tazap Pawanyaka.
Al Tazap Pawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Al
Tazap Pawanyaka.
Salaki.
Mogoya.
Mogoya.
Wala'ah. Yazakar. Sham Yashal.
Sham Yashal.
Iwad.
Kaya.
Nawa'ai Tazawa.
Nawa'ai Tazawa. Lab. Yachadwa. Al Baryaf. Yakarafwa. Ahalia. Adawam.
Wayashama'alia.
Mawaba. Wahagarya. Gabal. Wa'aimalak. Palashat. I'm Yeshabia. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zawawad. Labanyalawat. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamadyan. Kasayasara. Kayabyan. Banachar. Wayashwa. Nashamadwa. Ba'ayandara. Hayawa. Daman. La'adama. Shayathamwa. Nadayamwa. Ka'ira. Wakazaba. Wakazamana. Kal Nasayakamwa. Ashar. Amara. Nairasha. Lanawa. Ath. Nawath. Alahayim. Shayathamwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. Lapanya. It's all together.
Lapanya
Raka. Ka'ash. Zabaira.
Wakalahaba.
Kalahat. Haryam. Khan. Saradapma.
Basa'arka. Wabasawapatka.
Sabahalam. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Walawan. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Wayabahawa. Adyai. Wayakaparwa. Wayabadwa. Wayadaiwa. Kaya. Atha. Shamka. Yahweh. Labadka. Al. Yawan. Al. Kal. Ratazah. Aman. In English. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
Come.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
the tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. The Baal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zed. Yea, all their princes, as Abba, and as Amunah, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High, over all the earth. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. You can sit that down. I got you. So all right. Yeah. All right. Yeshabi, which means to be seated. Wait. Y'all on there, we good. All right, go ahead and clap it up. All right, so right now you gonna say it, Elijah?
You go ahead.
We in Joshua chapter 4, verse 11. All right, we started from Joshua chapter 4, verse 11.
All right,
in the Hebrew and in the English.
Joshua chapter 4, verse 11 in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Is it right?
No.
Yahya.
There you go.
Yahya. Ka'ashar. Dam. Kal. Ha'aim. La'ai bawar. Wayaibar. Arawan. Yahweh. Wahakahanyam. Lapanya. Ha'aim. Verse 12. Wayabarwa. Banya Ra'awaban.
That's Reuben. So Ra'awaban.
Ra'awaban.
There you go.
Rabanya. Right.
God.
God, I guess God. Wakatazaya. Shabbat. Hamanasha. Kamashayam. Lapanya. Banya. Yashala. Ka'ashar. The bar. Allahayam.
There you go.
Masha, verse 13. Ka'arabayam. Alap. Kalawatazaya. Hataza ba'a. Hataza. Is that right?
Khan.
Hataza ba.
No, you said it right the first time.
So
Hataza ba'a.
Hataza ba'a.
Khan.
Ibarawa. Lapanya. Yahweh. Lamala Kama. Al Irabawath. Yara Yakawa. Verse 14. Bayawam. Hahawa'a. Gadal. Salaki. Yahweh. Yahweh Shai. Ba'ayanya. Call. Yashala. Wayara Awa. Atawa. Kashar. Athwa. Kashar. Yarawa. Masha. Call. Yamya. Salaki. Kayayawa. Kayayawa. Verse 15. Wayamar Yahweh all. Yahweh Shai La Amar. Verse 16. Where am I stopping out on?
17.
Okay. I'm about to go all the way. Tazawa Hakahanyam Nashaya. Is that right?
God,
Nashaya Arawan Ha'ida Waf Waya Awa Man Hayaradwan Hayaradan. Verse 17. Waya Tazawa Yahweh Shai Hakahanyam Lamar Awa Man Hayaradan.
Joshua's chapter 4, verse 11. And it came to pass, when all the people were clean passed over, that the ark of Yahweh, of the Most High, passed over, and the priest in the presence of the people. Verse 12. And the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and half the tribe of Manasseh. Half the tribe of Manasseh.
It's how you saying Nessa.
Nah, I'm saying, okay, my bad. Half of the tribe of Manasseh.
There you go.
Passed over armed before the children of Israel, as Moses spake unto them. Verse 13. About 40,000 prepared for war, passed over before the Most High unto battle, to the plains of Jericho. Verse 14. On that day the Lord magnified Salakia. On that day the Most High magnified Joshua in the sight of all Israel, and they feared him as they feared Moses all the days of his life. Verse 15. And the Most High spake unto Joshua, saying, verse 16, command the priests that they bear the ark of testimony, that they come up out of Jordan. Salakia. Verse 17. Joshua therefore commanded the priests, saying, come ye up out of Jordan.
And remember, when you hear Yahweh Shai, this is speaking of our King Christ, who everybody the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Yahweh Shai is Joshua. Joshua is Yahweh Shai. You understand? Go ahead, Elisha.
Count to count, sir. Joshua chapter 4, verse 18 in the Hebrew. Wayahawah. Salaki. Wayahaya. Ba'ai Lawaf. Hakahanyam. Nashaya. Yeah, Nashaya. Arawan. Bara Yah. Yahweh. Matawak. Hayara Dan. Not the Kwaf. Kapawaf. Raga Ragalia. Hakahanyam. All. Hakarabah. Wayashab.
No. Hakarab.
Hakarab.
Yeah.
Wayashab. Shabwa. Is it Wayashabwa?
Wayashabwa.
Maya. So like a Hayaradan. Lamakwa Mom. Is that right? Lamakwa Mom?
Lamakwawam. Kwawamam.
So
Lamakwawamam. It's a tongue twister.
Lamakwawam. Lamakwawam. Lamakwawam.
There you go.
Waya lakam. So like it. Waya la kamwa.
Waya lakawa.
Laya wakawa.
Waya
lakawa.
There you go.
Katama wall. No, that's not right.
Katham wall.
Kadam wall. Shalashwam.
There you go.
I'll call Gadawathyawa.
There you go.
Verse 19. Waha'ain awa man hayaradan ba'aisha war lakadash hara'ash shawan wayakanawa bagalagal.
So like you on verse 19?
Kind of last sentence first word. What's that? Bagalagal.
Khan.
Bagalagal. Bakotazaha. Mazaraka. Yara.
No, that's Mazarak.
Mazarak.
There you go.
Yara Yakawa.
There you go.
Yara Yakawa. Verse 20. Wa'af. Shathyam. Aisha Ra. Ha'abanyam. Ha'ala. Ashar. Lakwa Kawa. Man. Hayaradan. Hakwa Yam. Yahawashai. Bagalaga. Looks like it. Bagalagal.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 21. Wayamar al Banya Yasha'ala La Mar Ashar Yasha Salaki Yasha'awan Bana Yakam Makar Abawadam La Mar Ma Ha Banyam Ha La. Verse 22. Wahawad the Idum.
You said it right the first time.
So it's Wahawa Daitum.
Daitum. You said it
Ah,
right.
Banyakam La Mar Bayaba Shah Ibar Yasha'ala Hayaradan Hazaha. Verse 23. Ashar Hawa Bayash Yahwa Allah Hayakum Maya Hayaradan Mapanyakam Id Iba Rakam Ibarakum Ka Ashar Aisha Yahwa Allah Hayakum Layam Sawap Ashar Hawabiyash. What's that? Hawabayash. Hawabiyash or Hawa.
You said it right. Hawabayash.
Mapanya Nawa.
No, Mapanayanwa.
Mapanya.
Listen to what I'm saying. Mapanayanwa.
Mapanayanwa.
There you go.
Iba Nawa.
Ibarnawa.
Mm-hmm. Verse 24. It's the last verse.
God, that's last one. Lama'ain.
The Ith. Call I'm Ya. Rataza. Af. Yad. Yahwa. Kaya. Hazakwa. Haya'ah. Lama'ain. Yarada. No.
Yaratham.
Yaradam. Af. Yahwa. Allah Hayakum. Call Hayama. Hayam Yum.
There you go.
Hayam Yum.
Joshua chapter 3 verse 18. And it came to pass when the priests that bear the ark of the covenant of the Most High were come up out of the midst of Jordan, and the soles of the priests' feet were lifted up unto the dry land, that the waters of Jordan returned into their place and flowed over all his banks as they did before. Verse 19. And the people came up out of Jordan on the 10th day of the first month, and encamped in Gilgal.
Gilgal.
There
you go.
In the east border of Jericho. Verse 20. And those 12 stones which they took out of Jordan did Joshua pitch into Gilgal. Verse 21. And he spake unto the children of Israel, saying, when your children shall ask their fathers in time to come, saying, what mean these stones? Verse 22. Then ye shall let your children know, saying, Israel came over this Jordan on dry land. Verse 23. For the Most High, your power, dried up the waters of the Jordan from before you, until ye were passed over, as the Most High your power did in the Red Sea, which he dried up from before us until we were gone over. Verse 24. That all the people of the earth might know the hand of the Most High, that it is mighty, that ye might fear the Most High your power forever.
Back to the Hebrew. Joshua chapter 5, verse 1. Wayahya Kashamai Kal Malakiyah. Is that right? Malakiyah.
Gone. Malakia.
Yeah, I was Maria Ashar Ba'ai Hayara Dan Yama Wakal Malakiyah.
Oh yeah. Malakia again.
Salakia. Haka Nanya Ashar Al Hayam Ab Ashar Hawabayash Yahweh Af Maya Hayaradan Mapanya Manya Yashala Aid Iba Ibarnwa Wayamam Laba.
Oh, that's Wayamas.
That's Wayamas. Yeah, that's not a mark. Wayamas Lababam Wa'al Wala'a Hayaha Bam Iwad Rarak
Spirit
Mapanya Banya Yashala. Verse 2. Ba'aith Hahaya'ah Amar Yahweh All Yahweh Shai Aisha Lak Karawah.
There you go.
Tazarayam Washa Wab Ma Af Banya Yashala Shanyath. Verse 3. Waya Aish Lawa La Yahweh Shai Karabwath Tazarayam Wayam. Was that Wayamal? Wayamal Af Banya Yashala All Gaba Aith Ha'aish Ha'ira Ha'ira Lawath Ha'irawath. Verse 4. Wazah Hadabar Ashar Ma Yahweh Shai Kal Ha'aim Hayatazah Mama Tazarayam Haza Karyam Kal Anashya Hamala Kama Mathawa Bamada Bar Badarak Mataza Atham Mama Tazarayam. Verse 5. Kaya Malayam Hayawa Kal Ha'aim Hayataza Ayam Wakal Ha'aim Hayaladium Bamada Bar Badarak Mataza Atham Mama Tazarayam La'a Mawa. Verse 6. Kaya Ara Bayam Shana Halakwa Banya Yashala Bama Dabar Aid Athom called Hagawaya Ana Shaya Hamala Kama Hayataza Ayam Mamataza Rayum Ashar La'a Shama Aiwa Bakwa Wal Yahweh Ashar Nashabai Yahweh Lahum Labalathya Hara Awatham Rataza Ashar Nashabai Yahweh La Awatham Ladath Lanwa. Is it Lanawa?
No, Lanawa.
Lanawa.
You was on the road there, huh?
Lanawa.
Getting that Hebrew scholar over there.
Lanawa. Rataza. Zabath. Kalab. Wadabash. Verse 7. Wa'ath. Bane Yahom. Hakwa Yom. Dakathom. Athom. Mal. Yahawashai Kaya Ira Lamyum Hayawa Kaya La'a Mawa Awa Thum Badarak.
Joshua chapter 5 verse 1.
So how do you say this book? Are you saying Joshua's or are you saying Joshua?
Joshua.
Okay, Salaki, go ahead, Salaki. I misheard.
Joshua chapter 5 verse 1. And it came to pass, when all the kings of the Amorites, which were on the side of Jordan westward, and all the kings of the Canaanites, which were by the sea, heard that the Most High had dried up the waters of Jordan from before the children of Israel, until we were passed over, that their heart melted, neither was their spirit in any of them, Salaki, in them anymore, because of the children of Israel.
Like, once again, what we talked about last week, the scriptures that we read last week in Joshua, what was that, the third chapter, the second chapter, where that woman came to, not King Joshua, but Joshua, and she was asking for Joshua and the men of Joshua, the men of Israel, to make an oath with her to defend her family out of the land she was in. Like, this is another precept to what we just read last week, how the men that were in all the other races of the people of the earth, when they had to come in contact with the children of Israel, their hearts melted. Read that part again from until we passed over.
Until we were passed over, that their heart melted.
Their heart ain't melting because of love and kindness and happiness. This is speaking about fear. The only fear that the God of Israel can put into somebody. Not the fear when you go and put on a cop's badge like those coward cops that murdered that brother down there in Memphis, Tennessee.
Right.
That's not the kind of melting like that. That's not the fear that you get from a cop's badge or from the oppressor's military. This is the fear you get from obeying the Most High God.
That's right.
That's the kind of fear that the children of Israel had on the other nations of the people of the earth. These other nations, they had militaries too. They had fighters and they had men that were warriors. The Arabs, the Chinese, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Elamites, the Ishmaelites, they had men of war too.
Right.
And their hearts melted when they came in contact with Joshua and the children of Israel because they knew the God that we served. We didn't serve the God of the moon and the stars like the Islamic faith, the Muslims, the Arabs over there in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East. We didn't serve the God of cow dung like the Elamites over there in Indonesia and in Bali, all of you Negroes trying to run to. We didn't serve the God of the zodiac signs like the Romans, of Jupiter and Apollo. We didn't serve those gods. We serve one power, Yahweh, and he gave us the fear and the power and the authority and dominion on the earth to conquer it, to rule it, and to possess all of its inhabitants. You understand?
That's right.
And that's what Joshua is going through right now. Joshua is going through this right now. He's going to city, and he's conquering cities. He's conquering territories. Right. He's taking ground. That's a One West phrase, man. And everybody that knows it, every nation that sees it coming, they can't do anything about it. Almost like America. Almost like when other nations see America coming. When the Arabs saw America coming, they went and they ran. When the Afghans saw America coming, they went and they ran. They fought for a little time, but when that last Air Force plane, that C-130 took off the strip, you had Arabs over there in Afghanistan holding on to a plane that's about to fly in the sky. because they had to get the hell out of Saudi Arabia, get the hell out of Afghanistan and out of Iraq because of the terror that America brought to it. Vietnamese. At one time, Vietnam was a country that was thriving, a country that had its own people and didn't have any other nation telling it what to do. Until America went over there in 1955 and sent black soldiers over there in the Vietnam War to murder and to rule Vietnam. And now the Vietnamese are helpless without the help of America. Now the Arabs are helpless without America. Now Japan is helpless without America. Now the European Union is helpless without America. That's Israel at this time, man.
Right.
We can't understand it because we get high and we have sex with hoes and we don't follow God. We follow Christianity. We don't understand this type of power and authority. We don't understand this type of fear. But it was on us at one time. That respect and regard that these other nations have for us is gone now. It's gone, absolutely gone, because of poor black leadership, because of Dr. King and Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and Malcolm X. But we had it one time with a solid leader and a solid foundation obeying the Most High God. Keep going, God.
Neither was there spirit in them anymore because of the children of Israel.
Because of who?
The children of Israel.
Because of the Christian church.
The children of Israel.
Because of the Muslim mosque.
The children of Israel.
Because of the children of Israel. Because of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Let that blow your mind for a second. They wasn't afraid of us getting high and smoking all the... Now, other nations are afraid for you to come into their community. They're not afraid because you'll take their life. They're afraid because their property value are going to go down because of your criminals in your black and Hispanic communities.
Right.
They're not afraid of you coming into the neighborhood because of, that you're going to shoot them up. You're not going to harm a lily white head on a white person's head. That's not going to happen. But you are going to drive their property value down. You are going to drive them out of their neighborhoods at lower cost. They're afraid for you to even come into their neighborhoods. That's why they're coming and they're taking your neighborhoods. You're not taking theirs.
Right.
At this time, these nations, their spirits left their bodies, man. It's like they saw a ghost. You know, on movies when they see a ghost and their hearts melted, their hearts drop, and you get that thump in your chest. That's the feeling that other nations had when they heard the sound of the children of Israel coming into that city, because they knew that they had to obey Joshua and the children of Israel for the Most High's sake. Everybody understand that? Keep going now.
Verse 2, at that time the Most High said unto Joshua, make these sharp knives, and circumcise again the children of Israel the second time. Verse 3, and Joshua made him sharp knives, and circumcised the children of Israel at the heel of the foreskins. Verse 4, and this is the cause why Joshua did circumcise all the people that came out of Egypt, that were males, even all the men of war, died in the wilderness by the way, after they came out of Egypt. Verse 5, now all the people that came out were circumcised, but all the people that were born in the wilderness by the way, as they came forth out of Egypt, them they had not circumcised. Verse 6, for the children of Israel walked 40 years in the wilderness, till all the people that were men of war, which came out of Egypt, were consumed, because they obeyed not the voice of the Most High.
Because they did what?
Obeyed not the voice of the Most High.
So you know what the Most High did? He had to start over again. So he said, give me some new men of war. Here it is, and this is so true even being in the school, being in the Israelite school UPK. We're going to move on without you. And that's a hard concept for a Christian to understand, because Christians are so self-absorbed and Christians are so pompous and so selfish. They think that life revolves around them, and it does not.
Right.
Nobody gives a damn about you and your life and what you have going on. What matters is the rest of us.
Right.
The greater good. That's what matters. The entire nation of Israel, not one man. And so these men of war, who was fighters for Israel, they were soldiers for Israel. Guess what happened to them? They died. You know why they died? Read that part again.
Because they obeyed not the voice of the Most High.
Because they would rather vote.
Because they obeyed not the voice of the Most High.
They would rather eat pork and shrimp and crab and lobster.
Because they obeyed not the voice of the Most High.
Because they would rather be Christian.
Because they obeyed not the voice of the Most High.
Like they were killed and unalived by the Most High God, not by man. They were consumed when that ground opened up in those 40 years in the wilderness because they disobeyed the Most High God. I thought that the laws were done away with, Elisha. I thought you could do what you wanted, Kunayagabar.
Right.
I thought that you could do anything that you want to do, you can do in America. But to the Most High God, when you belong to Him, there's a penalty for you doing what you want to do. When you don't obey the Most High God, it's a penalty for it. It's something that's going to happen to you when you disobey the Most High God. Right. Just like when you were in your parents' house and you didn't obey Him or your mom, guess what happened? You got out of their house. You were on the streets at 16, on the streets at 15, on the streets at 17 because you disobeyed your parents. What makes God any different? Isn't He a perfect father? Isn't He the best father anybody could ask for? Christians agree with that. Well, listen, a good father ain't going to let you do what you want to do. Right. There's rules to this house. There's a law in this house. I'm the authority in this house. I make sure you live or you die because I'm responsible for you. That's the Most High God, man. That's our relationship with the Most High God, like a husband to a wife. If your wife don't listen, what are you going to do? You're going to keep giving her gifts? You're going to keep doing things for her? No, you are not. You're going to leave her and go get another rib. And that's the same thing the Most High God did. Because you don't want to obey God. Joshua, guess what? He had to start over with new men. Now you're married. Now the Most High God found a new set of men of war so he could be married unto, to protect and defend and give the authority to. Those old men of war, guess what happened to them? They died because they disobeyed God. Don't ever think that you're that important to the Most High God because you are not. Don't ever think that you're that important in this life because you are not. What matters is what you do to help your nation. That's it. Your individual success, your individual lifestyle, it means nothing to the Lord, man. You'll be consumed just like those men of war. That's right. You'll be consumed just like the people in Israel that were coming out of Egypt, and He consumed them all. He started over because He needed a new set of people to obey Him and not disobey Him. So you know what Joshua did? He followed the Lord, and the Most High God gave him control, operational command over the entire nation of Israel. He circumcised those new men of war right there on the hill. At 17, 21, 34, guess what, Elisha? You were getting circumcised again. And you would shut the hell up about it. Why? Because of what would happen to you if you disobey the Lord. Right. If you disobey God, it'll be worse than getting a circumcision at 34. It'll be worse than getting a circumcision at 28. You understand? Keep going. Please, go ahead.
Just to add on to what you're saying, because what you're saying is absolutely true. Because the Bible says that the wages of sin is death. Our King Christ came to show us how to defeat sin. And in the Christian church, we make so many excuses to sin.
That's right.
It's like sinning in the Christian church. It's like you can't be a Christian without sinning.
That's right.
You understand? Like we say all the time, Adawan. Yeah. It's a sin in the Christian church to be perfect.
That's right.
Like Christ commanded us to.
Yeah, right.
And that's why it says in the book of Romans that the wages of sin is death.
Yeah, right.
You're going to live, man. You're going to follow Christ and keep these laws. Yeah, right. That's what I want to say.
Or you'll be consumed like those men of war that came out of the land of Egypt.
Salaki, if I could, I think that's what Creflo Dollar actually said.
What?
He said it's a sin to keep the law.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Give a brother a hand. What he said is the truth.
He did.
Keep going.
Okay, call my card. All right. Unto whom the Lord sware that He would not show them the land, which the Lord sware.
The Most High.
Salakia. Unto whom the Most High sware that He would not show them the land, which the Most High sware unto their fathers that He would give us, a land that floweth with milk and honey.
Oh, so verse 7. One more verse, Salakia.
And their children, whom He raised up in their stead, them Joshua circumcised, for they were uncircumcised, because they had not circumcised them by the way.
All right, back to the Hebrew. Joshua chapter.
So like Elisha, where you started, scoot down just a little bit. All of us gonna scoot down to our right. Just a little bit.
1 second.
You two walk.
I got caught on this.
You two walk?
Yeah.
All right.
Joshua chapter 5, verse 8. All right. Wayahaya by Ashar. Kashar. The Mawah. Ka Hagawaya. Lahama Wall.
So that will be Hagoya.
Hagoya.
That's like in the prayers.
Okay.
Magoya, that's Hagoya.
So Hagoya.
Hagoya.
Hold on. You talking about right after call?
Con.
This so Hagoya what?
Hagoya. Hagoya.
Hagoya.
Oh, Salakia.
You see the wall right?
Yeah. Hagoya. Nah, it's still Hagoya.
It's still Hagoya?
Hagoya. It's like Magoya in the prayers.
Kind.
It'll be Hagoya right here.
Hagoya.
Yeah.
Lahamo wall. Waya shabwa. Waya shabwa. Thaka thumb. Bamaka na. Aid. Hayawa thumb. Salakia. Hayawa thumb. And that's his pa.
No, that part you don't read.
Kind of. Verse 9. All right. Waya Amar. Yahweh all. Yahweh Shai. Hayawam. Galawathia. Ath. Karapath. Matazarayum. Ma'aliyakam. Waya Korah. Sham. Hamakwa Wam. Hahawa'a. Galagal. Aid. Hayawam. Hazaha. Verse 10. Waya Kanawa. Banya. Yashala. Bagalaga. Salakia.
You saying it? Go ahead.
Bagalagal. Waya Aishawa. Waya Aishawa. Haka. Salakia. Hapasak. Yeah. Rabbi. Say Rabbi. Aisha. No. Aishar. Yawam. Lakadash. Ba'irab. Ba'irab Wath. Or is it Ba'irab with that?
So like you at the bottom, last line?
No, not the last line.
Second to the last?
Second to the last word. Ba'irabai.
No, just by. Ba'irabai.
Ba'irabai.
Come on.
Alright. Yara Kawa.
If it's a sister's name that I-A-H, then you would say Rabbiah to make it feminine. You understand?
Kind.
So that's Ba'irabai.
So the
that's not a th, that's a huh.
No, right here.
Where you at? You verse 10, right?
Kind.
Oh, Salaki. So that is the last line. You second. Okay.
But it's one more line sentence. It's just one word.
Oh, see, yours look different. Salaki. Okay, you was right. Salaki. I'm thinking you at the top. The word above. Salaki. That's on me. That's because everybody's
it goes a little different. I got you.
God.
I was like, yeah. So this Byra Bawath. Rabwath.
God.
Yara Kawa. What is that? Yara Kawa.
Yara Yakwa.
Yeah, okay. Verse 11. Waya Kawa.
Waya
Aklawa.
There you go.
Bawar. Rataza. Mama Karaf. Hapasak. Matazawat. Wakawalya.
Yep.
Wakawalya. Ba'aitazam. Hayawam. Hazaha. Verse 12.
Stop at 14.
Kind. Waya Shabbat. Haman. Mama Rath. Ba'akalom. Ma'aibawar. Rataza. Wala'a. Haya. This is Haya.
God.
Haya. Aiwad. Labanya. Yasha'ala. Man. Waya Akawa. Waya Aklawa. Salakia. Mathabawath. Rataza. Kanine. Bashana. Hahaya. Verse 13. All right. Wayahaya. Bahaya Wath. Yahawashai. Bayara Yakawa.
Bayara Yahweh.
Bayara Yahweh.
There you go.
All right. Wayasha. Aya Nanya. Is that right? Aya
Nayan.
Wayara. Wahana. Ayash. Imad. Lanagadwa. Lanagadwa. Wakara. Rakawawa. Shalawapa. Bayadwa. Wayalak. Yahawashai. Alyawa. Wayamar. Lawa. Halanawa. Tha. Latazare.
Rayanawa.
Latazare Nayawa.
Latazare Yanawa. Salakia. Latazar Yanawa.
Latazar Yanawa.
God.
All right. Verse 14. Wayamar la kaya anya shar taza ba'a Yahweh aita ba'athya waya pala waya Paul Yahweh Shai all panyawa rataza. Is that right?
God.
Rataza waya shathkawa. Right.
God.
Just making sure. Waya Mar, Lawa, Ma, Adanya, Madabar, all, Ibadawa.
This is Joshua chapter 5, verse 8. And it came to pass when they had done circumcising all the people, that they abode in their places in the camp till they were whole. Verse 9, and the Most High said unto Joshua, this day I have rolled away the reproach of Egypt from off you. Wherefore the name of this place is called Gilgal until this day. Verse 10, and the children of Israel encamped in Gilgal, and kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month, at even in the plains of Jericho.
Get that a hand. That's coming up April 1st. We're going to be down there in Raleigh, North Carolina, under Commander Giuliano, who's hosting the Lord's 54th annual Passover.
That's right.
Pesach in the Hebrew. You understand? Give that a hand. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, April the 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. You don't want to miss it. All right, keep going.
Verse 11, and they did eat of the old corn of the land on the morrow after the Passover, unleavened cakes and parched corn in the self-same day. Verse 12, and the manna ceased on the morrow after they had eaten the old corn of the land.
Eaten of the.
Salakia. After they had eaten of the old corn of the land. Neither have the children of Israel manna anymore, but they did eat of the fruit of the land of Canaan that year.
Manna is bread.
13, and it came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho, that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him, with a sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him and said unto him, art thou for us or for our adversaries? Verse 14, and he said, nay, but as captain of the host of the Most High, I am now come.
Am I
now come?
Let me ask somebody a question. Who is Joshua having an encounter with? Sis, do you know? This brother Joshua, who's a hardcore soldier for the Lord. Remember, Joshua is in charge of the armies of the Most High God on earth. And that just gave you the answer. Joshua was given command, operational command of the nation of Israel. So this man who he sees as he's waking up, going to sleep in his tent, he sees somebody that looks like a man with a sword drawn. And Joshua asks him, Are you for us? Meaning, are you a part of my military, or are you for our adversaries? Are you an enemy of us? Do you know who he has an encounter with? Somebody online want to give it a shot? You know the answer, sis? You want to give it a shot? Konaya, you know?
An angel.
Give a brother a hand. The angel of the Lord. The brother said, read that again. What is that? 14? Yeah, read that again.
And he said, nay, but as captain of the host of the Most High am I come. It's like, am I now come?
So he says, Joshua asked him, are you an enemy? Are you our adversary? Or are you with me? Are you with us? He said, nay. Like, none of that. I ain't with none of that. I ain't no adversary. I'm not under you. I'm not a part of Israel's army because you lead Israel's army. He said, I'm a captain of the host of the Most High. You Christians have a day coming for the lies that you told black people about how soft and effeminate this Bible really is. You made the angels white babies naked with wings. He says, I'm a captain. You understand? Saran, this brother here, this is an angel of the Lord who is a captain. A captain denotes what about him? What does that denote? If I say I'm an officer, Quatazaya, or I'm a captain, Saran, or I'm a general, Alawap, what does that denote? What am I telling somebody?
That I'm militant.
That I'm what?
Militant.
That I'm in a military. I'm in a rank and order structure. Right. So you mean to tell me that even in the heaven that the Most High dwells in, there's a military rank and structure? Damn, why was we never told that in the church? I wonder why we were never told that these are niggas in armies of the Lord.
Right.
That these are angels, black angels, that are beasts and monsters who are captains and officers and generals and troopers. Why were we never taught that there is a military rank and structure in the Bible? The white man knows it. He has the most powerful military on the earth. And do you know at his Army West Point and his Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, guess what they teach in the Naval Academy? Guess what they teach? I was in the Navy, I know.
The Bible.
They teach what?
The Bible.
They teach what?
The Bible.
Not only the Bible, brother. Do you know they teach the Apocrypha at West Point?
Good night.
They teach the battles. That's how America gained air superiority. In 1944, America gained air supremacy, which gave them the dominance of all the militaries of the earth. Do you know how they study? Their pilots study? The Bible, the angels, and the wheel that's inside of the wheel. They were able to navigate and do the pitch and yaw. For anybody who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, that's how you fly a plane, brother. Pitch and yaw. That's the engineering behind flying a plane. They studied birds, and in West Point, they studied the Bible. And they saw the wheel inside of a wheel, which is why that B-2 bomber, it looks like a what? It almost looks like a ship. It almost looks like a ship of the Lord. If y'all ever look up a picture or image of the B-2 bomber, it almost looks like a chariot of God. I wonder where they got that design from, brother. I wonder where they got the design from all of these planes that fly in the sky that looks like the angels of the Lord are flying them. The drones, the unmanned assaults. I wonder where they get that from. The Bible. You can ask any general, any colonel in the army that went to West Point, any admiral, any captain that went to Naval Academy. They study the Bible. They study the wars that Joshua fought with the Amorites and the Hittites and the Hivites. The oppressor knows the Bible has power and authority. Your pastor does not. Your pastor thinks it's for getting high and to fulfill your lust. The oppressor believes it's for discipline, for stoicism. That's what the oppressor believes, because that is what it's for. Not to say stoicism, because that's a Roman word, but they believe in being hardcore. That I do know. They believe in looking at a rifle at 200 yards away and defecating on themselves for 12 hours just to get one shot, just to get the pink mist. They believe in something other than getting high and having sex with whores and fulfilling your lusts. You understand? Keep going. So the point is, this is an angel of God. And he's in an army, Elisha. Wow, would you imagine that? So you mean to tell me that angels aren't naked? That they carry swords and they wield swords and they are willing to kill for the Most High God?
Right.
I thought God loved everybody. Why are they carrying swords why are angels carrying swords if God loves everybody?
Right.
You know what he not carrying?
What he not carrying?
He not carrying that tambourine.
Give the brother a hand. Look, Elisha, I don't think he know how to play the piano.
Nah,
he don't know. He's not a good pianist. He's not a good saxophonist or a tambourine player. He don't dress in a wig like Tyler Perry and then go to church on Sunday.
Right.
He ain't saying, woman, art thou loose. He believes in a rank and order structure. Wow, this is an angel of God.
That's right.
And this brother is a captain in the armies of the host of heaven. Let that blow your mind for a second while you think that the angels of God are white, naked babies. This isn't a baby. He damn sure ain't white, and he's not effeminate.
Right.
He's carrying a sword. I wonder what that sword is for. I wonder if the sword is to give out hugs and kisses. Yeah. I wonder if that sword is to pray and tell people to get on your knees and pray and ask God for forgiveness. Keep going.
Verse 14, and he said, nay, but as captain of the host of the Most High am I come now. Slaki, am I now come? And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did worship and said unto him, what saith my Lord unto his servants?
You see that? This is Joshua once again. He knows it's an angel of the Lord, which is why the Bible says what? He fell on his face. Remember, Joshua, there's nobody above Joshua on this earth, brother. At this time, there is nobody who can give Joshua an order that's a man like him. He gives all the orders. He's like, imagine Commander Johnny Honda falling down on his face to you.
Right,
that would never happen because he's over you, and that's out of order. That breaks the rank and structure. You understand? So he knows this is an angel of God because of the conversation and the answer that the angel of the Lord gave him. And Joshua did what? He did what? Fell on his face?
Salakia. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did worship and said unto him, what saith my Lord unto his servants?
Adawan. That's a one west word. He said, Adawan. What is it, my Lord? That's one west, very one west. And if you're a Benjamite, you're used to hearing that. But Judites and the other tribes are not used to hearing another man call another man my Lord. But it is absolutely masculine to say my Lord.
Right.
To say, what's going on, my Lord? What's bothering you, my Lord? He got on his face, meaning like a knight. He got on that knee. He put his hand over his chest and he said, my Lord, like, what is it? What saith you? He knows this angel of God is delivering a message from the Most High God.
That's right.
Because that's who he works for. And Joshua, guess who he works for? The Most High God. So he's trying to get this order from this angel. He knows and now he's an angel because of his answer. And so he says, my Lord, what is it? What saith you? What message? At one time before the internet, you had messengers to deliver messages. Even in combat and in war, there was some man who rode on a horse and his entire job was to go from city to city to deliver actual messages from the king or from a general that led the king's army. And this angel of the Lord is delivering a message to Joshua. All right, keep Salakia. Go ahead and clap it up. That was it on that. Now we're going to read it in Hebrew.
All right. Joshua chapter 5, verse 15 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Shar, Tazabah, Yahweh, all, Yahweh Shai, Shaw, Na'alak, Ma'al, Ragalak, Kaya, Hamakwam, Ashar, Atha, Imad, Awiyawa, Kodash, Hawa'a, Waya Aisha, Waya Aish, Yahweh Shai, Khan. Verse. It took me all the way back.
6 and 1. You gonna be in 6 and 1.
Kind of the Khan. Now my,
Salakia.
Kind of the Khan. Joshua chapter 6 verse 1. Wayarakawa. Sagas.
Wayarayakwa.
Wayarayakwa. Sagarth.
Or Sagarath.
Sagarath.
Remember that Hebrew, that Lashon Kodash is masculine. As you envision and remember what we just read, as you think about this conversation Joshua was having with this angel of God, this is in Hebrew, because this is what Joshua spoke. This is what this angel of God is speaking. There's a precept for that. In the angels of the host of heaven, in heaven, they speak what? Holy tongue. They speak Hebrew.
Right.
So God speaks Hebrew, Christ spoke Hebrew. Everything is Hebrew. The Lashon Kodash that we teach Friday nights. You understand? So this is a hardcore conversation. Not because of not only what they're saying, but Hebrew is a very masculine language.
Right.
It's very masculine, Akim. It's a very hardcore language. So as you're reading this, brothers and sisters that read it on your own, in your own time when you're studying Lashon Kodash, make sure you emphasize those things. This doesn't sound like English. It's not bastardized. This is very holy and it's very masculine. So when you read it, you understand Wayarakawa. You understand? Not saying you have to say it like that, Elijah, but just make sure you put them emphasis on all of those, on all of the Hebrew alphabet when you read. All right, keep going, Elisha.
Kind of the kind. Wamasagarath, Mapanya, Banya, Yashala, Ayan, Yawataza'a, Wa'ayan, Ba'a, Verse 2. I'm stopping at 6, right?
Con.
All right. So
that's the last one, right?
Con.
That's the last verse.
6 and 6. Oh.
No. Is it 6 and 6? No, I'm saying is that the last of the 49? Is that 49?
I gotta go back.
Okay, just finish it up and then look away.
Why Mar Yahweh all Yahweh Shai Ra'ah, not the Yah Natathia.
God,
Natathia. By Dak Yara Kawa.
Yara Yahweh.
Yara Yahweh. Wa'af Malaka Gaba warrior. Hahayala.
Hacha.
Yaka yo Salaki. Yaka Yala. Haka y'all.
There you go.
Salaki.
That's why.
Right, verse 3. Wasa batam. Ha'ayar call Anashia. Anashia. Hamalakma. Hamalakama. Hakwa yap. Ha'ayar. Pa'aim. Makath. Akath. Ka. The Aisha. Shashath. Yam. Verse 4. Washabai.
Oh, Salaki. Zakan. You right. You said it right the first time. That's how it's
Washabai. Kahanayam. Kahanyam. Yasha'ai. Salaki. Yasha'awa. Shabai. Shawaparwath. Hayawa Balium. Lapanya. Harawan. Wabayawam. Hashabayaya. Dasa Bawa. Dasabwa.
The Sabwa. Con. That's accepted. Con. The Sabwa.
Ha'ayar. Shabai. Pa'imium. Wahaka Hanyum. Wahaka Hanyum.
The priest.
Yatakwa Iowa. Ba'Iowa Porath. Verse 5.
Salakia, what's that word you just said?
Oh, let me go back. Hold on.
That's Bashawap.
Bashawap.
Bashawap Rawath.
Bashawap Warath. Salakia. Where we at? 5? All right. Wahaya. Bama Shak. Bakwaran. Hayo Wabal. Bashamayakam. Kwawal. Hasha Wapar. Yara Iowa. Call Ha'aim. Dara Wa'ai. Dara.
You said it right?
Oh, that was right.
Con.
Dara Wa'ai.
Con.
Gotta wall.
Gotta wala.
Wanapala. Kawamath. Ha'ayar. Dakathaya. Wa'awa. Ha'aim. Ayash. Nagadawa. Verse 6. Wayakora. Yahawashai. Ban. Nawan. All. Hakahanyam. Wayamar. Allahum. Shawa. Arawan. Habara. Yath. Washabai. Baha Nayam. Kahanyam. Yashawa. Shabai. Shawa Porath. Yahweh Balam, Lapanya, Arawam, Yahweh.
Yeah, like shot. Let's see where you finish. Go ahead. That might have been it.
Salakia. Joshua chapter 5, verse 15. And the captain of the Most High's host said unto Joshua, Loose thy shoe from off thy foot, for the place whereon thou standest is holy. And Joshua did so. Joshua chapter 6, verse 1. Now Jericho was strictly Jericho was straitly shut up because of the children of Israel. None went out and none came in. Verse 2. And the Most High said unto Joshua, See, I have given unto thine hand Jericho, and the king thereof, and the mighty men of valor. Verse 3. And ye shall compass the city, all ye men of war, and go round about the city once.
Well, now, hold on. Now, I thought the Lord loved everybody. I thought that God wasn't about war. I thought God was all about peace. That's what we learned being black and Hispanic in the church, brother. That the Most High God is all about love, that he's all about peace, he's all about kindness. Meanwhile, 5 cops who are all Christian. Now, this is the question I want answered. What God did they serve down in Memphis, Tennessee on that police force?
Right.
What God did they serve to allow them to beat a man to death that was skinnier than me, that was smaller than me, that looked like them? I thought we had to get in there and change the system to make the system better. I thought we had to get in the system to change it. That's what Dr. King said. That's what our imams and our leaders said, that we need more black officers to protect and defend us because they're black, they will look out for us.
Right.
Now, what God is it that they serve to murder a man and unalive a man and beat him senselessly until he cries out for his mother? There's another one, Elisha, who cried out for his mama. Another grown man, scrawny and skinny, that was beat to death by black cops that look like him. They're Christian. I can 100% guarantee you they go to church Sunday. And right about now, they're going to be asking their God for forgiveness. What God is it that they serve? Because my entire life in the lives of blacks and Hispanics, we've been taught that this God of this Bible is all loving. Well, if he's all loving, why did America drop bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Right. And their God we love and God we trust. It's on the back of the dollar bill since the 1700s. Why do they love God, but they murdered the North American Indian?
Right.
Why do they love God, but they murder poor black men that are riding a bicycle around his neighborhood? Why do they murder innocent black women with shoppers' bags in a jail cell and they love God? How is that possible? What God allowed George Washington on November the 24th, 1770, to murder the North American Indians, and the day after, thank God for murdering the North American Indian? What God does America serve? What God does those Memphis PD serve? What God does Quentin Lucas serve to make a law in Missouri to make it illegal to be homeless and illegal to be poor? What God allows that to happen, man? Because the God of this Bible is for the brother who was murdered for the Memphis PD. The God of this Bible is for the North American Indian that was murdered by America for 600 years. The God of this Bible prefers the brothers that was put a knee on his neck, George Floyd. God loved George Floyd. God loved Trayvon Martin and the slaves, and he loved the brothers and sisters down there in Puerto Rico before the Spanish came. He loved the Taino Indians. That's the God of this Bible. And the God of this Bible is not all love, contrary to popular belief. And you know who we don't have to convince? We don't have to convince white Christians that God is all love.
That's right.
Because the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. And they absolutely know that their God allows them to take land and to take resources and to rape and to pillage and destroy and to conquer and have dominion over the planet Earth. We don't have to convince the oppressor. We don't have to convince the Arabs. We don't have to convince the Elamites. We don't have to convince the Moabites. We have to convince our people that get their heads bashed in while riding a bike in Memphis, Tennessee, that get their knees on their necks for 9 minutes, that get murdered with a shopper's bag in a jail cell. We have to convince those people that God is not all love. I thought we didn't have to convince you because you're getting your brain senselessly beat in every day by the Memphis Police Department.
Right.
Why do we have to convince you God is not our love? Doesn't your lifestyle show that God doesn't love everything? Doesn't your lifestyle show that God doesn't love everybody? Wasn't your mother on crack? Didn't your father leave? Wasn't you in prison for 15 years? How could God love that? How could God love you? God doesn't love everything, man. God loves the nation of Israel, and that's it.
That's right.
God loves the people that obey his every beckoning command. That's it. Joshua knows this. Joshua is about to take land. Joshua is about to take ground, and guess who he received those orders from? Yes, from the Most High God.
That's right.
The Most High God is telling Joshua to kill. The Most High God is telling Joshua to go and to take ground, to take the land of the Amorites, to take the land of the Hivites, to take the land of the Ammonites, to take the land of the Canaanites, to take the land of all of these nations that are round about you. Go and kill them and spare them not. Isn't that what God told Saul? Isn't that what God told King Saul? To leave none remaining. No children, no women, no men, no horses, no dogs, no cats, no roaches. Kill everything. God is not all love.
That's right.
God wants you to obey him, or you're going to get your brain senselessly beat in Memphis, Tennessee. Or you're going to go homeless in Missouri and be in jail and pay a $750 fine because you're poor. That doesn't happen to the men and women that follow God. That doesn't happen to the children of Israel that follows God. God protects them. Right. God gives them power. God gives them health. God gives them resources. God gives them families. Right. God gives them food. God gives them land. Right. You don't have to go and steal for it if you obey God. You don't have to go and lie for it and vote for it and become a police department and become in their system and be a politician to get the things that God has for you. He will give it to you if you obey him.
That's right.
We're reading about it right now in the Bible. Keep going, Doc.
God under one kind.
Go ahead, please.
So, like, sir, if I may, which brings in my mind just to speak on those brothers that beat those police officers that beat the other brother to death. You understand? That's why the Bible tells blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to separate.
That's right.
You understand? Not come together like Dr. Martin Luther King's dream.
Yeah, right.
You understand? Because Dr. Martin Luther King envied the oppressor.
Damn right.
And when you envy the oppressor, you choose all of his ways.
Damn right.
So now when you choose all the ways of the oppressor, you're a black man 5 deep, and you're going to beat another black man to death. Because that's the will of the oppressor.
That's right.
That's not the ways of the Lord. That's right. That's the ways of the devil.
Damn right.
You understand? That's all I wanted to say.
Damn right, man. Get that brother another hand. Go ahead, boy.
Cut on God, sir. Thus shalt thou do 6 days. Verse 4. And 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horns. And the 7th day ye shall compass the city 7 times. And the priests shall blow with the trumpets. Verse 5. And it shall come to pass that when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, and when ye hear the sound of the trumpet, all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city shall fall down flat, and the people shall ascend up, every man straight before him. Verse 6.
Now, you know what that is? That's the memorial or blowing of the trumpets. See, that's what the trumpets are for. Your whole life is about entertainment and music and in your oppressor, entertaining your oppressor. These trumpets we have, not saying there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a singer or a dancer or if you like to play the trumpet or saxophone. But these trumpets in the nation of Israel were to warn men of war of danger. It was to warn the nation of Israel of danger. It was to warn the nation of Israel of something that was going on around about the city. Right. Something that was going on around your neighborhood, around your block. That's what these trumpets are for. And because of all of the wars that Joshua and David and the men of Israel, because we won so many battles and we conquered so much ground and we took so much land, there's a actual high holy day to celebrate it called the Memorial Blowing of the Trumpets. There's a day to commemorate when we fought and won against the Greeks, the Feast of Hanukkah. There's a day that we're going to celebrate April 1st, April 1st.
That's right.
In Raleigh, North Carolina, called the Passover Pesach. to commemorate when our power unalived an entire race of people for our sake. That's not a God that loves everybody, brother. That is a man of war who wants his people, who wants his men to be about warfare, who wants his men to put down the blunts, put down the porn, put down the hoes, put down the Christianity and the weakness and being a mama's boy, and go be about some warfare so your sons don't get abused and brutalized like that poor brother in Memphis, Tennessee. That should have never happened to him if those cops weren't Christian. Right. If those cops didn't believe in going to church and serving God in the church, the God of the church, then they would have never murdered that brother. They would have never harmed him if they were in the UPK. They would have never hurt him if they really believed in God. If they really believed in God, they would have gave him a pass. They would have allowed him to go free. They would have said, this is just a warning, brother. Just make sure next time you have all your things straight. Make sure you got your license straight. Here, go ahead. Go about your day. But you see another brother, and what do? You call for more backup when he has no weapon, no gun, rides a bicycle, and you beat him senselessly and you're 10 times his goddamn size. That type of cruelty only comes from Christians. Go ask the North American Indian how cruel the Christians were. Go ask the Mexicans how cruel the Spanish conquistadors were in Nombre de Dios. Go ask them, man. Go ask the Puerto Ricans and the Taino Indians how cruel the Spanish conquistadors who believe in Jesus are, who believe in God, who were Christians. Go ask them how cruel they can be. Only a Christian would do something so heinous to somebody, man.
Right.
Only a Christian would kill and unalive an entire population of people with hydrogen bombs and nuclear weapons when those people don't have anything. Only a Christian will make it illegal to be poor when the God of this Bible says to defend the poor. That's what Joshua is about to say here in next Sabbath service. We'll read it in a few more chapters where Joshua goes out to defend the poor. That poor sister in chapter 2 we just read last Sabbath service was a poor sister who needed help. Joshua didn't make laws like Quentin Lucas and Josh Hawley in Missouri to make it illegal to be poor. You know what he did? He defended the poor with his life. That's a man of God. That's a real man of God, not your pastor, not your reverend, not your leaders, not your politicians, because they don't obey the God of the Bible, but they do obey the God of the church.
That's right.
And that's why your life is the way it is, because we are Christian. We don't serve God. We don't serve the Bible. We serve Christianity. And that's what those 5 cops in Memphis, Tennessee serves. That's the God they serve, the God of the Christian church. And that God allows them to murder somebody senselessly. Somebody that was innocent. He didn't commit a crime. Did y'all know that he didn't commit a crime? He didn't commit any crime. But because they thought he did something, they had to murder him. Because they thought he committed a crime, just a thought, not facts, they went and they called for more backup to murder the brother. That's right. A Christian. That's cruel and evil and disgusting. And those 5 cops are going to pay a penalty for it, no matter what race they are. Because God defends the poor.
That's right.
God defends the victim. God defends the raped. He don't defend the rapist. God defends the murdered's family. He doesn't defend the murderer. God defends the ones who have things stolen from them, not the thief. God is not with you. God is not with you in the church. God is not with you in politics. God is not with you in voting. God is not with you in fake Israelite groups. Only God is with the Israelite school of UPK.
That's right.
And if you don't obey Commanding General Yohana and the ISUPK, then your life is up for grabs by a Memphis Police Department officer. Your life is up for grabs from a Milwaukee Police Department officer like George Floyd. You better get in the UPK and serve the Most High God, or your life is up for grabs by anybody, whether they be black, Hispanic, oppressors, Arabs, Africans. It don't matter. If you don't obey God, then your life is up for grabs. Keep going.
God. Joshua 6, verse 6. And Joshua, the son of Nun, called the priest and said unto them, take up the ark of the covenant, and let 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark of the Most High. That's it.
Oh, it's the 6 or 7?
It was 6.
Okay. Most High first.
All right. Pick back up in the Hebrew. Joshua chapter 6, verse 7. Wayamarwa, Ha'aim, Ibarwa, Wasa, Wasabwa, Ha'ai Yar, Wahakal, Wahakalawataza, Ya Ibar, Lapanya, Arawan, Yahweh, verse 8. Wayahaya, Ka Amar, Yahweh Shai Al, Ha'aim, Washabai, Hakahanyam, Nashayam, Shabai, Shawaparwath, Hayawa Bal, Yom. So it's Hayawa Bal Yom. Hayawa Bal Yom. Lapanya, Yahweh, Ibarwa, Wathaqua, Iowa, Bashawa Parwa, Wath. Is that right?
Con.
All right. Salaki. Wa'arawan.
There you go.
Bariyath, Yahweh, Halak, Akarium, Akarium.
There you go.
Akarium.
There you go.
Verse 9. Wahakwataza. Wahakwala.
Not quad, ha. Wahakalawataza.
Wahakalawataza. I can't. Salakia.
Say la and then wataza.
Lawataza.
There you go.
So
Wahakalawataza.
Haka. Well.
What?
I'm trying to see where the. Oh, okay. I see. I ain't see it at first. Waha ka lawataza.
There you go.
Salakia. Halak lapanya hakahanyam dakwa aiwa hasha parwa.
There you go.
Wahama asap. Wahama asap halat hakarya. Salakia akarya.
There you go.
Harawan.
Ha'arawan. Salakia ha'arawan.
Ha'arawan.
There you go.
Halawak. What the kwa why?
Con.
So what the kwa why? Basha wa parwath. Verse 10. Wa'ath ha'aim tazawa Yahawashai la'amar la'a dara ya'aiwa dara ya'aiwa wala'a dashama.
The Shum Ya'ai. So like this is a sister's name.
The Shum
Dashama Iowa. Dashama Iowa.
Dashama Iowa.
Yes. Dashama Iowa.
Dashama Iowa.
Dashama Iowa.
Dashama Iowa.
Dashama Iowa.
Oh, Dashama Iowa. Salakia. Quawalakam. Wala'a. Yataza'a. Mapanyakam. No, Mapayakam. The bar, Id, Yawam, Amarya, Alayakam, Haraya, Iwa, Waharya, Idum. Verse 11.
You going to 13.
Kind of the Wayasab, Arawan, Yahweh, Ha'ayar, Hakwap, Pa'aim, Akath, Wayaba'awa, Hamakana, Wayala Nawa, Bamakana. Verse 12. Wayasha come, Yahawashai, Babakar, Wayasha Wayasha'awa, Hakahanyam, Arawan, Yahweh. Verse 13. Washabai, Hakahanyam, Nashayam, Shabai, Shawa Parwath, Haya Balam, Balayam, Haya Balayam,
Haya Balyum.
Haya Balyum, Lapanya, Arawan, Yahweh, Halakayam, Halakim, so like that's Halakim, Halawak, Watakwa, Iowa, Bashawa, Parwath, Wahako, how you say it again?
Wahakalawataza.
Wahakalawataza. Halak, Lapanyahum, Wahama Asap, Halak, Hakarya.
No,
Akarya, Salakia, Akarya. Akarya.
There you
go. Arawan, Yahweh, Hawalak, Wakwa. Wata Kwa, why? Right.
Well, Wata Kwa I.
Bashawa Parwath. No, they said 13.
That was 13?
Yeah, that's 13.
All right.
Salaki, sir, if I could.
Go ahead.
When we get to Lord, I always say the Most High.
But
in Hebrew, it says
Yahweh. That's the Most High's name.
Okay, I was just wondering why do I say it like that?
Because you don't use the Most High's name. You don't use it just for anything, so you don't want to keep saying it. It's like it's just a respect. You understand? It's just a respect. You don't want to keep saying it when you read it in English. In Hebrew, you have to read it the way it's written in Hebrew because that's we're reading it. But if you read it in English and you just keep saying the Most High's name over and over, then it wouldn't be proper. It wouldn't be respectful. It's like calling your daddy out of his name for no reason. You understand?
Let's go back to using not the Lord's name.
And in vain, All
right. We start at 8, right?
Joshua chapter 6, verse 8. And it came to pass when Joshua had spoken unto the people that the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of ram's horn passed on before the Most High and blew with the trumpets.
Salakia, you were supposed to go to 14. Salakia, that was on me.
Was it 14?
Yeah, because he started at 8. So he's supposed to go to 14. But that's my fault because we finished on 20, so it'll be 7. So that's 15. On me.
So just stay there.
No. I think that's right because 14.
You started at 8, right?
If we stop it at 20, 14 to 20, it'll be 7.
That was right because you started at 7 actually. He started at 7.
Yeah, he started at 8. You finished off at 7.
I stopped at 6.
We started at 7 out of 1.
Oh, then you were supposed to go
to 7 to 13.
So then we don't end at 20. We end at 19. We ended 19 because he read until 13. You'll pick up at 14.
That's
that is. That would
14
be.
To 20.
And you started at 7?
Kind of the kind.
No, I started at 6.
No. I ended at 6. The last one, it started at 7 to 13.
Yeah. I mean, 7.
He did. Okay, that's right.
So we tore out by the water.
Out the water.
I got no more.
I was making sure I didn't get the math
wrong.
No, we tore. Okay, go ahead, Kornaya. You good?
Joshua chapter 6, verse 7. And he said unto the people, pass on and compass the city, and let him that is armed pass on before the ark of the Most High. Verse 8. And it came to pass when Joshua had spoken unto the people that the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of ram's horns passed on before the Most High and blew with the trumpets. And the ark of the covenant of the Most High followed them, Salakia. Verse 9. And the armed men went before the priests that blew with the trumpets, and the reward came after the ark, the priests going on and blowing with the trumpets. Verse 10. And Joshua had commanded the people, saying, ye shall not shout, nor make any noise with your voice, neither shall any word proceed out of your mouths, until the day I bid you shout. Then shall ye shout. Verse 11. So the ark of the Most High compassed the city, going about it once. And they came unto the city and lodged in the camp. Verse 12. And Joshua rose early in the morning, and the priests took up the ark of the Most High. Verse 13. And the 7 priests bearing 7 trumpets of ram's horn before the ark of the Most High went on continually and blew with the trumpets. And the armed men went before them. But the reward came after the ark of the Most High, the priests going on and blowing with trumpets. Salakia, with the trumpets.
All right, this last 7.
All right. Joshua.
I'm going to read the last 7.
You want to read the last 7?
Yeah, I'm going to read the last 7.
Kind of.
Let me see if I'm as good as old Elisha in this Hebrew. Joshua chapter 6, verse 14. Waya Sabawa, Ath, Hayar, Bayawam, Hashanya, Pa'aim, Achath, Waya Shabwa, Hamakana, Ka, Aishawa, Salakia, Aishawa, Shashath, Yum, verse 15. All right. Waya Bayawam, Hashabayaya, Waya Shekamwa, Kailawath, Hashachar, Waya Sabwa, Ath, Hayar, Kamashapat, Hazaha, Shabai, Pa'imyam, Rock, Bayawam, Hawa'a, Sababwa, Ath, Hayar, Shabai, Pa'imyam, verse 16. Wayhaya, Bapa'im, Hashabayath, Thakwa, Hakahanyam, Bashawaporath, Waya Amar, Yahawashai, Al, Ha'im, Harayaiwa, Kaya, Nathan, Yahawah, Lakam, Ath, Hayar, verse 17. Wahayatha, Hayar, Haram, Haya'ah, Wakal, Ashar, Ba, Layahawa, Rak, Rachab, Hazawana, Thahaya, Haya'ah, Wakal, Ashar, Atha, Babayath, Kaya, Hakaba'ath, Ath, Hamalakium, Ashar, Shalachanwa. All right, verse 18. Warak, Atham, Shemarah, Shemarwa, Mun, Hacharam, Pun, Thacharyamwa, Wala Chukatham, Mun, Hacharam, Hacharam, Washamatham, Ath, Machana, Yasha'ala, Lacharam, Wa'akartham, Awathwa. Alright, verse 19. Wakal, Kasap, Wazahab, Wakalia, Nakashath, Barzal. Wabarzal, that's iron. Wabarzal, Quadash, Hawa'ah, Layahawa, Awatazar, Yahawah, Yabwa'ah, verse 20. Wayarai, Ha'im, Wa, that's Yathaqwa Iwa, Wa Yathaqwa Iwa, Bashaparwath, Wayahaya, Salakia, Wayahaya, Kashamai, Ha'im, Ath, Kwal, Hashawapar, Wayaraya, Salakia, Wayaraya, Ha'im, Thara'ai, Gadawal, Salakia, Gadawala, Withapal, Hakarama, Thakathaya, Waya'al, Salakia, Waya'al, Ha'im, Hayara, Ayash, Nagadwa, Waya Lakadwa, Ath, Hayar. All right.
Joshua, chapter 13. I'm sorry, chapter 6, verse 13.
Verse 14.
Verse 14. And the second day they compassed You say Salakia?
Compassed. That's compassed.
Okay.
And the second day they compassed.
Okay, Salakia. And the second day they compassed the city once, and returned unto the camp. So they did 6 days. Verse 15. And it came to pass on the 7th day that they rose early about the dawning of the day, and compassed the city after the day, after the same manner 7 times. Only on that day they compassed the city 7 times. Verse 16. And it came to pass at the 7th time, when the priest blew with the trumpets, Joshua said unto the people, shout, for the Most High hath given you the city. Verse 17. And the city shall be accursed, even it, and all that are therein, to the Most High. Only Rahab the harlot shall live, she and all that are with her in her house.
In the house.
Salakia, in the house. Because she hid the messengers that we sent.
That was that one I said we went over last week on chapter 2. Rahab, that's her name. Mm-hmm. And she came to Joshua and his men, and she asked for grace, mercy, and protection when they came. She knew they were taking the city. Mm-hmm. And that's a wise woman. That's somebody who was wise, who sees the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge in your city. You know that we're going to take the city. It's only a matter of time. Mm-hmm. Time is the only demon that we face like it is the plague for us. Time. It may take a little time, but we're going to take the city. Just look at Texas. Right. The state of Texas belongs to the Most High in Christ.
That's right.
It belongs to Commanding General Yana. New York belongs to Commanding General Yana. That DMV area, D.C., my God. Everybody in D.C. knows the Israelite School UPK is there. That's why brothers will pick fights just to say, I've been looking at y'all for years and I'm tired of it, because they know we're there. We've been there for so long. Right. Kansas City, you're next. We're taking Kansas City. All of you purple faggots, all of you Christians, all of you homos, all of you LGBTQ, Quentin Lucas, be warned. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yana is taking Kansas City, Missouri.
That's right.
It's taking Kansas City, Kansas.
That's right.
It's taking Wichita. We're conquering the planet Earth under Commanding General Yana, because we have the orders from God to. Yeah, we have the orders from God to look at a map. And everywhere you throw a dart at the map, the Israelite School of UPK will be there. To give resources, to give help, to defend the poor, to defend the fatherless, to defend the widows, so we can love God's people and teach our people how to be loved. Right. That's what we're here for. Not to push LGBTQ, not to push Christianity. We're coming to do the will and the work of the Most High God. And that's what we're doing here in KC. We're here to deliver the truth unto the people. And if you reject it, woe be unto that city. It will be worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what Christ said. If you don't want to accept the Israelite School UPK in your city, you will be destroyed when the thermonuclear war breaks out. And you will be worse than Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
You'll be worse. It'll be more pain and more hurt. You think George Floyd was hell? You think the crack epidemic was hell? Wait until you reject the word of God from the Israelite School UPK. You don't know what hell really is. Accept us and do what we tell you to do, so Kansas City can be safe from all of the drugs, Salakia, that Kansas City has. All of the wet heads and the weed addicts and the murderers and the rapists that Kansas City has, it will be free of it. Just give us the city, man.
That's right.
Just give Commanding General Yana your church. Give Commanding General Yana your land. Give Commanding General Yana the operational command that he has over the entire nation of Israel. I pray you understand.
That's right.
Keep going, Doc.
Verse 18. And ye in any wise keep yourselves from the accursed thing, lest ye make yourselves accursed. When ye take of the accursed thing, and make the camp of Israel accursed, and trouble it. Verse 19. But all the silver and gold and vessels of brass and iron are consecrated unto the Most High. They shall come unto the treasury of the Most High. Verse 20. So the people shouted when the priest blew with the trumpets. And it came to pass when the people heard the sound of the trumpets, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and took Salakia, and they took the city.
That's what's happening here right in front of us in 816-913. Elisha, Kornaya, that's what's going on right now before their very eyes.
That's right.
Commander Jiniana is taking this city. And we don't have to encompass it for 7 days or 7 years. It'll be wise with the day of the Lord approaching for you to give us the city. Give us everything in the city. Your churches, your purple faggots and robes. Give us everything that Kansas City has. We're taking the city. The Bible says this, that the righteous take it by force. We don't have to go and ask for it. We don't have to go and vote for it. We don't have to go and pray for it. We're doing the will of God by taking the city. You will be better off if you give your city to Commander Jiniana, just like they were at Joshua. Just like Rahab knew. She was wise. You better be as wise as a woman. You better be as wise as Rahab if you want to live during the thermonuclear war. If you want to live during COVID-22. If you want to live during the fuel shortage and the food shortage and the egg shortage and the baby formula shortage and the power outages, you better ask Commander Jiniana to come, please, and take our city. Just like Rahab. And with that, clap it up. Imagine, which means to stand. Sorry, just us up here, sis. So I should have said that. Just us up here, stand. All right. Sar.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. Sar. All right, let's show you blow it again. Right here. It's just a little bit. There you go. All right, Imagine everybody stand. That's it. Imagine everybody stand. Wapun Yahakwadam, which means rise and face the east. Now you turn. We're going to read the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Sir. It's
always tight up here. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak, Yaba'ah, Ratazak, Ayah, Hasha, Ratazak, Kawah, Hayah, Hashemayim, Leftalanaw, Kau, Yawam, Hasalak Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it.
The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushua. Leftalanaw. Hakah. Larpa'ah.
Kal Makalah. Kal Madawa. Hakah. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Hakah. Lahakwi. Hamathium. Hakah. Atama'ala. Hashem Yahushua. Wada Aman.
In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against the unclean spirits.
The power against the unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Barak Lanaw.
Barak Lanaw.
Wayasha'ala.
Wayasha'ala.
Waha.
Waha.
Bayat Sapari.
Bayat Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Wada Aman.
Wada Aman. What we just said was Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a.
Asha'a.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahari.
Ahahari.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isari.
Isaiah.
Isari.
Isaiah.
Ma'ai.
Ma'ai.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Maharatazah.
Maharatazah.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Galka.
Galka.
Al Yanawam.
Al Yanawam.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah. Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'al.
Yasha'al.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazal.
Tazal.
Al Yah.
Al Yah.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah. Yakayaka.
Yakayaka. Wayarah.
Alayala.
Alayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Akal Rai.
Akal Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Napasha.
Asnapasha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'aka.
Taza'aka.
Wa'aka.
Wa'aka.
Ma'itha.
Ma'itha.
Wa'ai.
Wa'ai.
Alam.
Aman.
Aman.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83.
Slow this one down just a little bit, Elisha.
Oh, Salaki. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayah Laka.
Al Damayah Laka.
Al Thakarash.
Al Thakarash.
Wa Al Tashakwat.
Wa Al Tashakwat.
Al Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Wamashanaga.
Wamashanaga.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al Imaka.
Al Imaka.
Yarayamwa.
Yarayamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayatayai Tazawa.
Wayatayai Tazawa.
Al Tazak Pawanyaka.
Al Tazak Pawanyaka.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakira.
Wanakakira.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasham.
Sham Yasham.
Aiwai.
Aiwai.
Haya.
Haya.
Nawai Tazawa.
Nawai Tazawa. La.
Yakhadwa.
Yakhadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Wariyath.
Wariyath.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahaya.
Ahaya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashama'alyam.
Wayashama'alyam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagaryam.
Wahagaryam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimalak.
Wa'aimalak.
Palashat.
Palashat.
I'm Yashabia.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gamashawar.
Gamashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadim.
Kamadim.
Kasayasara.
Kasayasara.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Wayashwan.
Wayashwan.
Salaki.
Nashamadwa.
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 Bayandara.
Bayandara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadiyamwa.
Nadiyamwa.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Wakazaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabat.
Wakazabat.
Wakatazalmanai.
Wakatazalmanai.
Kal Nasaya Kamwa.
Kal Nasaya Kamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Nayarashah.
Nayarashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah. Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim. Salaki. That was me. Go back to Alahayim. That was my fault.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagagala.
Kagagala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Raka.
Lapanya Raka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Dabaira Yaira.
Dabaira Yaira.
Wakalahaba.
Wakalahaba.
Dalahat.
Dalahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Daradatma.
Daradatma.
Basairika.
Basairika.
Wabasawapatka.
Wabasawapatka.
Dabahalom.
Dabahalom.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyahom.
Panyahom.
Qualawan.
Qualawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayaba'awa.
Wayaba'awa.
Aidiyai.
Aidiyai.
Wayakapar.
Wayakapar.
Wayaba'adwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha. Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labadka. Al.
Yawan.
Al. Kal.
Kal.
Ratazah.
Aman. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said. Come. And let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
May be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal. And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kishon.
At the brook of Kishon.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeb.
And like Zeb.
Yea. All their princes.
All their princes.
As Zabah.
As Zabah.
And as Almunah.
And as Almunah.
Who said. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempests.
So persecute them with thy tempests.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea. Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it.
Sar, which means to turn. All right, gonna cover the scroll up. Help them out with a light shot. We're about to cover it up and then salute it. Sisters, Yeshabu, you may be seated. Yeah. All right, then you're gonna pick it right back up. Just covering up. We got to salute it. All right. Now, light shot, you gonna blow the horn.
Grab that side from me, sir. Gotcha.
Actually, Salaki, since I might as well stand after he blows the horn. Salaki, that was my fault. All right, sisters, Yeshabu, you may be seated. All right, men of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. All right, so it'll be me first. Sar, get your turn. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah. Now you'll turn facing him.
So, you go ahead and turn?
Come on.
Okay, I thought you was going to tell me. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
All right. Now, you can set the scroll down.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's too wild. It's just a little tear. I saw it. All right. Now, sisters, I imagine now you may stand. All right. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak.
Yajimatah, Sar, face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat. Imadim, Barak.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Yajimatah. Oh, Salaki, since you got to say the salute back, Salaki. Say it back. So we saluted you. Now you will say Yahweh. Shamar. Alatha. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shah. There you go. Yajimatah. Dismissed.
All right.
Hold on, Konai. Hold on. It's still live.